Want to get your business on Google so that customers can find you instantly? Well, in this video, I'll walk you through the latest 2025 method to set up your Google business profile, probably called Google My Business, step by step. So whether you're a local shop, freelancer, or online business, having a Google listing can boost your visibility, attract more customers, and even increase sales. Plus, it's 100% free. But if you're new here, I create videos about leveraging technology to grow your business and improve your online presence. If that sounds valuable, consider hitting the subscribe button to join our community. Stay tuned and let's get your business on Google in minutes. So when you are on Google's normal page, you should just search Google Business Profile or Google My Business. As you can see that we already have one business that we are managing, but I would open a different one just for the sake of it. So let's open this. And now you can stand out with Google with the Google free business profile. We sign in. Since we're already signed in, we just click on get started. And now from the get-go, everything that you put is important. From your business name, category, and every step is very crucial. So we'll be looking at all of them. So your business name is very important because anything that you do should also consider SEO, that's search engine optimization, how you want to rank. So let's say we want to call our business Philip's Bakery. As you can see, there are multiple Philip bakeries. You can go ahead with using that name. But one thing is to put something special. As you can see, we have Philip's Bakery and Daily. So adding something special will always make you stand out so that if people search, they don't have multiple results coming up, but one result. So we can put Philip's Bakery Extraordinaire. So we can create a business with this name. Choose our business category. As obvious as it may sound, this is a bakery, but you can definitely put any business that is here. So you can see that there is for bakery equipment, Chinese bakery, wedding bakery. But even if I am a wedding bakery and I'm also a Chinese bakery, it is a good idea for me to just put bakery. So it covers a lot of things. And choose a bakery. Then now, do you want to add a location that our customers can visit, like a store or an office? It is very advisable to say yes to this so that you can have a physical location. So we can say yes. So now we have to put the business address. So Google would usually use your location, but it's possible that you could be making a business for somewhere that for another location. So you just have to stick with it. I'll pick any random location for now. Now, do you provide deliveries or home and office visits? So do you visit people? Can you deliver for them? So it's advisable if you turn this on and you say yes to this, people know, okay, you visit them and it's possible that they can receive deliveries. Now, add the areas that you serve. This is very important. I'll have a link to a video that goes into more detail and nuanced things like this that can be covered in a YouTube video. But for things like this now, you should put videos, you should put content and you should put text of places that you want to rank in. Say you're in Kentucky now and I search for bakeries in Kentucky. That would be a very wide guess, but definitely you can put Kentucky. So, but if you want to narrow it down more, you can pick places in Kentucky. So I think we had Stunk. Let's keep the Kentucky and see what comes up. So now we can see other places in Kentucky. We can see other places like Clay City now in Kentucky. So now we are doubling down on that location. So based on where we are from, we're choosing places that we want. So you can see that there's multiple places that you can change and you can add more later. But the earlier you do it, the better for your business. You shouldn't put off something you should do now for later. So let's just leave these two for now. And now you should add your phone number. Let's just follow this process quickly. And you can add a website if you want. So do you want to have alert notification and tips on ways to manage your business on Google? You can definitely say yes to this. There is nothing stopping you from doing that. But the thing is, it could feel like spam sometimes, but it's advisable to say yes because you never know when a little notification could come up and that will remind you to do something else. So there is nothing wrong in receiving updates. And now you would need to verify with your phone number. So these are things that Google ensures that you input, like a phone number, like a physical, like an address. Okay, it already comes with your email, but when you do these, Google can verify that you are a legit business. So if people need to call, they can reach that number. So you can see that this number is meant to receive a verification code. So when you use this number, we've gotten questions that can we create multiple numbers? Can we create multiple Google business profiles with one number? The answer is yes. You just have to be careful about it. Either you're doing similar businesses or you're doing different locations, but for one business. So we can put a number here. Now I should choose our business hours. You can pick all of this. It's advisable to pick the time that you're sure you will be available. And now you can add a business description, add information on what your business does in general. And next, you're supposed to add pictures of your profile. This is really important because we get questions about why Google might be rejecting or be canceling some people's accounts because of their photos. So the thing is, you need to add a good number of pictures, and these pictures should be clear. They should be quality pictures. Yes, you can choose the pictures that you want to be displayed, and you can choose the ones that you don't want to display, but you should put enough pictures that it shows you're an actual business. So say we put bakery, for example, you should actually put a bakery in that picture. It should show cakes, it should show confectionaries, you show people handing out things. So it should be an actual business with actual pictures that are not sourced from Google. So you should use your own pictures. So for now, we don't want to add any pictures, so we can also skip that. And now we can see that we're given a $1,000 advertising credit. So this might be different based on where you're applying from, but for now we'll skip it. And we're also encouraged to use a custom domain given to us by Google. This also helps in the legitimacy of your business. So when you're done creating your account, Google will take a little review process and a little time. But if you have a custom email, then definitely your process will be faster. As I said, some of these things we're brushing over them, but if you want a deeper dive into it, there's a link in the description of this video where we go deeper into Google My Business and how to create a good Google My Business profile that ranks #1, regardless of where you are and regardless of the competition that you may find yourself in. So we can continue here. Now that we can see that, okay, our business is not fully verified because we don't have full information. So until we get the full information before we can have access to everything. So one thing I should also note that you can see that because we're a bakery, we can see things like edit menu, food ordering, edit products, pickup and delivery, okay, and but some of these other things will also be there if you're a different business, say a hospital. So let's switch. Okay, you can see that this business is not publicly available. So let's switch to a different business. So now we can see our two businesses here, one that has been verified and another that's not publicly available. So when you put in your phone number and all your details, it will be available. So let's just open that profile and you can see the side panel here. You can see all the information that when we click, people have access to us and can reach out to us. So here we can edit our profile and the information that we put at the beginning is already here. We can take a look at our hours, we can take a look at a lot of information that are here. But one thing I want to point out is the social profiles here. A lot of people miss this because it's not in the first setup that you do. But you should always come back here and add your social profiles as a contact because pages like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter or X and TikTok, they are important. So when people click on those, yes, you're taking traffic away from your Google My Business profile, but you're also leading them to places where they can see how authentic of a brand that you are. So this builds trust. Another thing that I'd like to point out is your website. When you're putting a website link, it's advisable if you're a business that does product, you should put your product page link. So it should be Phillips Bakery /product. Let them immediately get to your product page because they've already seen a bit of information about you. You don't have to introduce yourself to them again. Get straight to your product page and let them buy what you need them to buy. So this is your business information. If you're editing, you can read reviews. For now, we don't have any reviews on this page, but another question that has come up in multiple instances is how to remove bad reviews. Bad reviews cannot be completely taken away. Regardless of what type of business you are, the bigger the business, the more likely you are to have bad reviews. Even if you are a perfect business, there will be people that have issues with you just being perfect. So there's nothing you can really do when it comes to people giving bad reviews. But what you should do is always approach it with positiveness or with positivism, however I want to call it. So let people understand that yes, you've taken what they said, you've taken that as feedback, and you would adjust and you would improve. There are some cases where people will delete their bad reviews on their own, and in cases where they do not, or in cases where these reviews violate Google's policies, you can always take it up with Google and let them know, okay, this violates policies and it should be taken down. So Google will take it down. So you can take a look at your reviews, you can take a look at the photos that you've already uploaded, but you can also see photos that have been uploaded by other people. So you can see this 3D or the street view of those photos. You can take a look at your performance. And now this is very crucial. This is very crucial. I cannot go too in depth into this, but for the case of what we're seeing, you can see that you can see people that are discovering your page on mobile, on desktop, and on different, whether it's Google Maps or Google Search. So you know how much effort how much visibility you're getting on different platforms. So you should take good advantage of this. So you can see people that are calling you through your Google My Business, that are booking through your Google My Business, or are searching for directions to your Google My Business. So based on the type of business you are, if you are a business with a physical location, if you're a business that only does delivery and pickup, this will differ for you. But you should use this to your advantage. As we said, it is free. So now you can edit your product. If you're selling whatever, this is where you can put your product. You put your product name, you put your information, you put sufficient information that whoever comes across it wants to purchase it immediately. And now you can see that there's a product landing page URL, which is optional, but in my opinion, you should always put it so that when they click on it, they are getting that exact product, but not just the product page as I mentioned before, but they're getting / that exact product that they're looking for. So now we have Phillips Bakery / product / let's say you're selling a pineapple cake here. So it's be / pineapple cake. So let them get exactly to where you need them to get to so they can make the purchase. Make the buying process as short as possible. So if you do this, you upload your picture, you select your category. That's after creating the category, then you publish it. Then you can see your services. Now, this is important. As you can see, the options here are different from what we had as a bakery because this is a hospital. So this now we can add custom services. So say you have some services that might not be so obvious to people, or you have services that could make you stand out the more. Say you have a state-of-the-art machine that not everyone has, so you can implement that and can add it to give more info. So when people search for that state-of-the-art device, say a CRT scanning device close to me, you would come up, not because that is the name of your business, but because you added it as a custom service. So you can add that as a custom service, you can add the Q&A. So one thing about Q&A is that people always have opportunities to ask questions. They can ask a question today and the question will be there for years. So you should always take a look at these questions and see how you can update them. When you answer, always give updates. As well leads us to the add updates panel. When you're adding updates, you can post updates to your customers on Google. So when you post an update, anyone that searches for your business will see the update as one of the most recent things on your profile. Then you can add a special offer to attract customers, and you can add an event. Let's say you're doing a special event for a period of time, say it's Christmas, say it's a New Year's, you can add an event. And the last thing is to ask for reviews. In the asking for reviews panel, definitely as a business, you should not be ashamed to ask for reviews. Reviews on Google really helps. Say you have 5 stars with 549 reviews compared to your business. Okay, let's take it back. Say you have 4 stars with 500 reviews compared to a business that has 5 stars with 2 reviews. Which would you trust more? Think about it. So it's very important to ask for reviews. Definitely, you would definitely want to ask for positive reviews, but in the case that you get negative reviews, I've talked on how to approach it. But now that we're getting positive reviews, you ask for reviews, let people know, okay, you can scan this QR code, let us know what you think, we'll be glad to know. And immediately they click on the link, they're directed immediately to the page to give a star rating, so from 1 to 5 stars. So from this is basically how to create a Google business profile or Google My Business in 2025. I have an in-depth tutorial and in-depth videos about how to create your Google My Business profile, which will be too long for putting it up on YouTube. But with this tutorial, you can really understand how to do Google My Business, the steps that we've taken to grow businesses from $0 to $1,000 on Google My Business. So if you have any other question, you can definitely ask in the description of this video. A link to the total and in-depth tutorial on Google My Business is also in the description of this video. If you have any other question, you can ask and we would love to answer you. So we'll see you in the next in-depth video. Goodbye.